How to survive Christmas sober. It's a big call, isn't it? Especially when people go to parties and social events, all this sort of thing. You might find that there's a bit of pressure from your mates to join you. But remember when you go to the pub and you're gonna maybe refuse a drink and say, I'm all right, I don't want to drink at the moment, I'm fine without a drink, all this. People will try and pressurise you sometimes, but in reality, people don't really care what you're doing, They've got their own lives to lead, they've got their own issues with wives, girlfriends, partners, husbands, children, finances. So you look after yourself, that's what I'm trying to say. You got to look after yourself. Forget about what other people think. I've got a few people on the out speak to me and say, oh, what shall I do? My mates want to go for a drink. And be strong. Say, look, I'm not having a drink at the moment. That's the end of it. They'll soon forget about you. Everyone's got their own lives, haven't they? That's the first thing. Christmas is just like any other time. There's more social pressure, probably more bit about emotions about around Christmas time, family and all that sort of thing. But just get through it. Focus on what you're going to be like in the new year. You're going to be sober, you'll have more money, you'll be feeling better. You don't have to be pressurised, railroaded into drinking again, especially if you're sober now. You don't want to start going down that road again. It'll take you backwards very quickly. So you've got to look to that. That's very important. It's you we're talking about here, not the mates in the pub, not the family, because they'll move on. They'll all move on. We're not all problem drinkers. We are. Well, I am, and it certainly isn't good for you. And just because you have a good time over Christmas, you're going to suffer next year. You're going to suffer in 3 or 4 days. If you've been sober, you've done all the hard work to get sober. Why spoil it? That's there's something to think about there, isn't there? So plan ahead a little bit. You'll know already which, if you're going to any parties, not that I went to that many parties, I used to have a few do's at work when I was in the police, but I didn't go to a lot of dinner parties or anything like that. Some people do. But if you are going to go, just say, when you get there, I've got my own drinks. Take some non-alcoholic drinks, speak to the host and say, I'm not drinking at the moment. Can you get a few 0%? So take your own, put them in the back of the car, be the driver. People love you more for that. You're the driver, they can get drunk, do what they like, but you can't drink. Simple as that. You can't have a social drink. Not even to get alcohol dependent. I used to dream about, what would it be like if I just went to the pub and had 3 or 4 drinks, watched the football, came home, had to take, we went to bed. That didn't happen for me. And if you've been a drinker for a long time and you've been dependent on it, you used to go to the pub, it's not going to happen for you either, because I used to go to the pub. And before I went to the pub, I'd have a few drinks, I felt a bit anxious. Then I'd drink in the pub, and then I'd come home and I'd drink more. I'd feel terrible the next day. And in the end, I was having to drink in the morning to try and get over the hangover, try and stem the effects of any possible hangover from the withdrawals, which is basically what a hangover is, isn't it? It's a withdrawal from alcohol. When people say to you, why don't you drink? Just tell them, I don't want to drink. It doesn't do me any good. Say it with confidence. And, people will be wondering why. It's only drug. People will say, why have you stopped? Are you, have you got a problem? Forget about all that. They don't really care. They're just nosy. And you don't drink and you have a good time. You enjoy the food, maybe a little bit, get involved in that. And don't just sit there, because in another hour or two, when you've been there a few hours, people are making a fool of themselves. And you probably get a bit bored and a bit sick of it anyway. So you just go home and drive, like I say. And you get up the next day thinking, I had a quite good night last night. I wonder how all those people are. Some will have, got taxis, maybe got in a mess, gone to a club, and they've spent a fortune feeling like rough again. You can go out with the dog at 7 o'clock in the morning if you want. But you can just have a nice, relaxing day. There's nothing better than relaxing and just taking your time with things. That's what it's all about. Enjoying your life. So, saying no with confidence is another thing. And just tell them you're taking a break from alcohol. It's as simple as that. But over the Christmas period, if you still work for a living, then you're going to probably have some holidays. So maybe plan some, non-alcohol related activities. Some walking, maybe join a gym, or that as a New Year's resolution. Maybe, as I said, get some nice food and all this sort of thing. There's lots of things you can do other than just drinking. Because there's a lot of time wasted when you're drinking, planning to drinking, and most of the time I wasted was recovering. Days in bed, not sleeping properly, lying on a sofa, being ill. I mean, the amount of Christmas lunches that I've been to over the years, not even eating the food. Spend fortunes sometimes going out for meals in hotels and all that. Not enjoying it. Now I really enjoy my Sunday lunch. I enjoy my food again. You get there, you've had too much to drink. Before you get there, you're drinking 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, a few glasses of beer and all that sort of thing. Lunchtime comes, you're so full of drink, you can't eat anything. My late father used to say that. If you keep drinking, you won't enjoy your food. He was right. He was so right. You're full of drink, aren't you? How are you going to enjoy a great big lunch? Watch people deteriorate when you just think, well, you can be smug in some ways and think, well, at least I'm off the drink. Because it will kill you in the end. That's the message. But at the moment, you're probably struggling a little bit, worried about Christmas, worried about what people think. I've known grown men, same age as me, say, oh, I don't want my friends to know that I'm not drinking. Well, so what? They're not in your position, are they? They don't really care anyway. Because the people in the pub that you know aren't really friends. They're real friends. They're just people who are basically there because they're in the pub and you have a drink. I can walk into any pub and start talking to somebody and have a new friend. Because we're all mates together in the booze, aren't we? You know? Also, enjoy the fact you're sober. Enjoy the fact you're feeling good. You've got some nice clothes, you've got a bit more money. You're feeling pretty sharp, aren't you, when you're off the drink? You know, clarity comes back to your mind a little bit. Maybe you lost a bit of weight, your skin looks a bit better. You might clean your teeth a bit more, whatever it is. Because self-care goes out the window when you're drinking. When you're heavily into drink, focus on that a bit as well. A bit of self-care. Look after yourself. Get your hair cut. You know, a nice beard trim, whatever you want to do. Ladies, put a face pack on, whatever. Get your hair done again. Whatever you want to do. You're going to have more money, more time, more focus on yourself to look after yourself. Because alcohol, there's no benefits to it. You have a bit of a crazy time when you're younger, but not now. We're all older. You've got to be more mature with it, you know. And life goes very quickly. I'm 62 now. It's 42 years ago since I joined the police. And the time's just flown by. My daughter's 30. She's got a child now. Where's that time gone? I can remember when she was born, 30 years ago, where I was, which car I had, what I was dressed in. It's incredible that time's gone, isn't it? Remind yourself why you're doing this. Why are you trying to be sober? Why are you trying to get sober? More importantly, why do you want to stay sober? Because that's my message really on all the things I'm doing. Get sober and stay sober. Getting sober is difficult. Staying sober is even more difficult. Because various things will happen in your life which may take you back to the drink. I relapsed after 8 years, stupidly because of a relationship. I've learned my lesson. So never say never. That's the main thing. But say today, I have another drink today. Break it down. When somebody says you can't have a drink ever, you think, wow, it's been my life. It's a part of my life, big part of my life. But break it into chunks. I'm not going to have a drink today. I'm not having a drink this afternoon. I haven't had a drink for 24 hours. I haven't had a drink for a week now. Reward yourself a little bit, you know. Buy yourself something new. I spend £1,500 a month on average on drink. It's a lot of cash. Now, I've got a different life. I'm not going to deal. But all that money was wasted, I think, on drink. I had some good times when I was younger. As I got older, it became barely in existence. And it was a fight to survive. That was a problem. So look after yourself. Be confident. And if you want to get sober, I'll do it with you. Because I've done it. And I can help you. If you benefit from the channel, then please subscribe and hit the notification bell as well, so you can get notified of new videos. Join in the conversation. There's nearly 8,000 people on this channel now, all with experience of drinking. Most of them will speak to you, because we're all in this together. Don't do it in isolation. I've tried to and failed. You've got to try and get involved with this. Have a chat with people when you're feeling a bit down. Message me, message some of the other people on here. There's lots of willing helpers on here. And we'll get through this together. And it'll soon be January the 1st. It'll be fresh as a daisy. And life's wonderful. Take care. I'll speak to you soon.